Hello guys, it's J.O.B from Kazadi Films and welcome to this exciting new video. Today we're doing a how to sound design for a travel video tutorial. The purpose of this video is to give you an outline of the process and basically just what goes into getting a good sound design. We're going to talk about the sound effects that were used on this project. And in this project, we have footsteps, we have whooshes, we had atmosphere sound effects, we have wind 1 and 2, we have birds, and we also have various sound effects. Let me just change that to C effects. That is C. Those are C sound effects, the sounds you hear at the sea, at the beach. And we have more waves and more beach sounds. And we also have a little eagle here, eagle sound. I like to use that to show height. So as you can see, my project is pretty simple. There's not much going on here. It's a pretty basic sound design. Well, it also has to do with the fact that there's not a lot of things happening in the video. So let's start out with ambiences. As you can hear right now, this is just ambient sound from a forest. As you can see, there's forests everywhere, a lot of green, a lot of trees. And so you just want to have that ambient sound in the background because it just makes everything just come together well. You need that background sound, that noise, that continuous ambient sound that you always have everywhere. And there's waves, so we add those just right there because you need waves there at the beach. It goes without saying, unless you're doing creative sound design. And that's the eagle. I like to use the eagle to represent height. There's more waves layered on top of waves, and more beach sounds. That is water sounds. Since they're playing in the water, we had to have that sound there. And at some point in time, he falls, so we have this little splash going on there. I really like that. I think it just gives it a bit of character. Let's talk about the wind. So this is wind sounds. They're pretty different, but I layered them together so that they just give this sense of height because we're really up high in the air on these shots. So you expect wind up there, so it just gives that. And more wind, just to show height. I find that wind really, really makes height come to life. Okay, so now I'm going to play you the ambience, only ambience, background sound effects, the wind, the beach and water sound effects. And there's a little atmospheric sound there. Yes. So basically, this is it, apart from the sound effects like whooshes and transitional sound effects in the music. This is it. And these are the transitional effects I used, whooshes. I didn't use them really strongly or really powerfully, but now you have a basic idea. That's a whoosh. So I use these whooshes to really just emphasize on the transitions and just help them transitions smoothly. So these are just sound effects, wishes, and that's it. So when we play the sound effects by themselves, you really get to feel and hear how they work and how they just help those transitions be smoother. So now I want you to hear the music. This is the music track. So it's got this really holiday vibe to it. And I just feel it just helps put everything into perspective. Okay, so now I'm going to play you everything but without the music. And so this is what it all sounds like with the music and the sound effects. All right, guys, that is it for this tutorial. I hope you found it useful. I hope by now you understand the basics of sound design. I specifically chose a simple video, a video that doesn't have much happening in it, and we did a basic sound design for it. So if you guys have any questions, if there's anything you want to talk about, if there's anything you want to find out, or there's a topic that you'd like us to address on sound design, please feel free to just ask your question in the comments. Leave a comment. Let's talk about it. If you have any suggestions for any other topics you'd like me to tackle on sound design and maybe music in general or sound in general, please feel free. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notifications button. The little bell button, hit that button so you don't miss any tutorials. You don't miss any of the videos that we're going to make.